Welcome, Entrepreneur Nation, to the Entrepreneur Unplugged. I'm your host, Rolando Castro. On today's show, we have Fernando Spindola, entrepreneur and founder of MOGLN clothing, fashion designer as well. Entrepreneur Nation, it's welcome, Fernando Spindola. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's an honor for you to be here. Thank you very much.
I appreciate very much what you're doing for everyone.
Oh, you're welcome. So, Fernando, tell us your journey and take us back to your humble beginnings.
Wow. Just don't make me cry because, man,
it's okay to cry. We have tissue here, so don't worry.
Humble beginnings, huh?
Because you were an entrepreneur since the age of 10.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so take us how you got started. How was an entrepreneur lifestyle born into you? Who inspired you, or what inspired you?
You know what? I was just born an entrepreneur. Like, it's in my blood. I just feel it. I felt it when I was 10, 9, 8. And it's just like, I would ask for a lot of catalogs, try to do catalog sales, and I would get inspired by working from home and entrepreneurs and money and everything like that. And I started selling door to door, like fundraising for the elementary schools. Yeah. And then my father, he would take the chocolates to his work. I would go with him sometimes. We would sell a bunch right there, and it was great. Just, that won me a bike for as much as I sold.
Oh, wow.
And then little by little, I started requesting work from home opportunities online or not online, because the internet wasn't created yet. But a company sent me a catalog for me to sell door to door. So I would go with my sister. She's a couple years younger than me. And we would go and just knock on the doors and door by door and try to sell and, everything like that, and write up receipts and give them to the customers. And then we would order it for them. And then the company would ship it to us. And then I would hand deliver it to them, to the customers that bought. And then I remember a story where I was like 12, 13 years old. We walked all the way to the corner. And then a lady right there was like, "Oh, you're selling this? Oh, you're so young." It was me and my sister. "Oh, you're so young, and wow, that's great. Like, where do you live?" And I was like, "Oh, just down the block right there." And she was like, "Oh, wow, I want to meet your mom." She's like, "Yeah, can I meet your mom and go?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, let's go." And then we walked down the block, and then she told my mom how proud she was of me. Wow, and like, cool. Wow, like, yeah, he's so young and like trying to help and trying to sell and and then I was like, wow, I was so inspired by that. My mom was like proud of me too, because a neighbor that she didn't know just came and saw that inside of me. And yeah, as a young age, I knew I was an entrepreneur, and it's like, it's just inside of me. Like, many people, they're just born and they just know they have it in them. Like, entrepreneur wise, like, they just, like, 9 to 5 is great and everything to build a foundation, make money.
I agree with you.
But it's just something else that's like inside of you, in your heart, brain, soul, like everything inside says you're an entrepreneur. So I've heard that from many people, and that's what I started by doing that, and I just little by little.
Great, awesome.
Yeah.
And now, fast forward, you have an incredible brand called MOGLN, right?
Yeah.
But before we touch up on that subject, right? Yeah. Talk to us about your journey that led you to creating MOGLN.
Wow. For me, I'm a very humble and modest, and thank you to my grandparents and parents, taught me great values, going to church every Sunday, doing my first communion, baptized and everything. So they taught me well about that. And I always loved helping other people in anything, basically, if you needed my help and if I could do it, I'll do it.
You'll help them out.
Yeah. And even people that I don't even know, So that's that. And then I've gone to so many seminars, going on the bus, going on walking, having no money for food.
Yeah, you're having to go ahead and take snacks and water.
Yeah,
right?
And it's like struggling in the bus. And I would go to Hollywood, Burbank, Anaheim on the bus, taking 3-4 buses. And
that's impressive there, because most people will find that's an excuse not to go. Yeah, I don't have money, or I don't have a ride, or I can't. Back then Uber wasn't invented yet, right? But even though you would take the bus, so I That's impressive.
Scraping up, asking my mom for money. Like, Mom, I want to go to the bus to the event that someone's having, because I know those people selling on stage is like the ultimate goal for anyone in life. You know, they might start off as a little ebook and then sell another $17 product, $47 product, and then working up consulting. But then when you could sell on stage, that's like the ultimate of the ultimate. So I knew those people on stage were very successful, multimillionaires. So I needed to learn from them. And they taught me many times. They said, see yourself, who you are, or how you want to be in the future. And then I just learned and just thought to myself, you know, a couple years back, I was like, man, I want to be a mogul. A mogul. You know, a mogul is defined as an important and powerful person. But a mogul is like someone that has 10 businesses running, just, you know, profit making money and just managing and doing everything like that, you know? So it's like, yeah, I want to be a mogul. And then on the internet, I coined myself mogul. They know other people, like I'm the internet mogul and internet mogul like before. And I coined myself because I had a lot of domain names. And I knew the internet was very powerful.
That was some of your first ventures, right?
Yeah.
Domain
names. And
market,
yeah, that was very powerful right there. A lot of people were calling me, the internet mogul for, and I was like, man, I want to be a mogul. So I coined myself mogul. My middle name online is mogul. Fern Mogul Spindola.
So you took that serious, right? See yourself as how you want to be. You say, I'm even though maybe at that time you weren't a mogul, but you went ahead and said, you know what, I'm going to call myself a mogul. And most people would care too much about what others might think of them if they call themselves a mogul.
Exactly. So I was like, man, a mogul. So my family and friends would call me mogul. Oh, hey, what's up, mogul? And I was like, yeah, hey, I felt good. Like,
I like the sound of that.
Mogul. Yeah. Hey, what's up, mogul? Hey, mogul. Hi, how are you? And I was like, man, I'm inspired by them just calling me mogul. You know, so I'm like, I love it. Thank you. Like, how can I take this to the next level? And I said, you know what? Since I love helping people and inspiring people, I said, I want to inspire others to feel the same way that I felt by wearing mogul, and I'm going to start a clothing brand.
So that's how mogul was founded.
Yeah, that's how it was started. And if they wear it and other people call them moguls, then they feel like a mogul, they act like a mogul, they do business like moguls, and everyone could be a mogul. Anybody could be a mogul.
Of course,
you just set your mind to it and just work hard, and that's where I started. And then my first trademark, I lost money and time, which I didn't really have, but that's just the struggle of it.
What happened there? I mean,
it was
what was the outcome of you losing money? I mean, why did it happen?
I guess my trademark attorney didn't do thorough research. She told me too about it. She said, it might be conflicting with other trademarks that are available. Like Damon John, he has moguls with an S, but his design is different than mine. So the trademark office denied it and said, you know what, we deny the mogul trademark. And I just, I was bummed out, lost time and money, and you know, it's a process. But I'm like,
in the beginning, you can't afford to lose time.
Yeah.
More so money, right?
Yeah. Scraping by and just, getting it. But I knew it was very important to get a trademark and the copyright. I learned that's super, super important. That's like one of the most important things when building a brand. So, and I said, you know what, let me just refigure, like, okay, mogul. And I said, MOGLN. You know what? MOGLN. All right, let's try MOGLN. Did some research, MOGLN. All right, we're going to do another trademark, and that's going to be MOGLN, MOGLN. And then, boom, the trademark attorney submitted it. She really helped me a lot. I really appreciate it. And that's it. I mean, we started MOGLN, and MOGLN is the act of being a mogul, you know? So it's like, when people say, what are you doing? I'm moguling. Like, I'm being a mogul. Like, I'm working to be a mogul.
Right.
You know, and it's like, God, a moguling. So it's like MOGLN.com, and started the branding, got a bunch of domain names with MOGLN in them. And finally got the trademark.
How did it feel to get that trademark? I created this. I mean, how did that feel at that moment?
Man, it's like so grateful for everything that has happened before to that point. But I'm like, man, this is just paper, you know, it's not really anything. yeah, I got a trademark. Wow, big deal. But right now, I got to work super hard, 10 times harder to build this brand and trademark to something huge.
Bigger than you. Right.
Yeah. So it's like,
Because the whole
man,
point behind MOGLN is to inspire people. That's the culture behind MOGLN, right?
yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. It's an inspirational and innovative fashion brand. And since a young teen too, I was always like into fashion and brands and stuff like that. So I learned for myself that what I would tell them is, your viewers, is see who you are and see what you're good at, see what you love, see who you really are. Like what are you really good at? So for me, I was like, man, what am I good at? Even like all my I remember like as a teen, I would like invent stuff and write it out. I still have inventions like written out. Some inventions panned out for other people because they took action. But I was like, man, I'm an inventions guy, I'm the ideas guy, and I'm the branding guy. So I'm like, boom, I'm gonna build this brand. Like building a brand is getting the trademark, getting the domain names, getting the copyright. Something that's gonna be just so huge that everyone's going to know about it. So it's like that's where I'm building it right now.
Take us on into the earlier struggles on creating MOGLN. Because you come up with the idea, MOGLN. I consider myself a mogul. Take us into that stage, those struggles of even launching it where you're at now. I mean, how hard was it?
Wow. You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. No one would believe it. But it's just pinching every dollar that I had. My overdraft fee, trying to cover it, trying to God, it's like
you started this with no money, right? I mean, it was just with no investors, no seed money, none of that, right?
No, nothing, just scraping by, and it's like every little thing. But I knew the trademark was important. But yeah, the struggles were. When I write my book, all the struggles are going to be right there, and yeah, it was not easy. Penny pinching, like I would see my bank account and it's like cents, dollars, cents. I'm like, God.
What are rejections? What was your family telling you? What lies did they want you to believe about your dream of MOGLN?
They were
what were they like?
Oh man, they're gonna get mad at me, but it's the truth.
It's a reality.
Yeah,
it's a reality. And a lot of individuals have those family members. I know you're laughing, but a lot of us do have those family members that don't believe in us, that don't support us. And if other people have that same issue, or maybe they're not believing in somebody else's dream, that affects us. It affects entrepreneurs. It affects somebody, a loved one, a friend, not to believe in your dream and believe in your goal. And for most individuals, that's the make or break it. And for a lot of people, they get broken. They don't pursue their dreams. Individuals like us, we keep going. That's just adding, all right, you don't believe in us. It's great, but I believe in myself. And that's pretty much all you need, right? Just pat yourself in the back.
Yeah. And like my family, they would make fun of me and, oh, mogul. How would I win mogul? Like,
how you a mogul? Living at home, mogul.
Yeah. And it's like, God, and it's like they don't see what I see and what other entrepreneurs see. They just see that, oh, you're broke and
how can you be a mogul?
Yeah, how can you're a mogul? You're a mogul, and it's like, oh man, it's like people, their mindsets shouldn't be that way, but that's how they are, and people didn't believe in me and my brand, and some people did. My aunt, Rosario Marin, she's a very successful woman in politics. She was the 41st treasurer of the United States.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
unbelievable.
We have her signatures on the old bills, and she just told me, like, you know what, put your horse blinders on. Like, don't worry about anything else, what's happening, what people are saying around you. Just put your horse blinders on and just go forward. If they don't believe you, oh well. But that should fuel you. That negativity and them not believing in your brand and in your work, that should fuel you to work harder on your brand, on yourself. And it's like, just focus on it. Like, don't worry about the negativity, people around. Like, even if it's your family, because like my parents, they're from they're immigrants. They came, high school sweethearts in Huntington Park, and their mindset is different than my mindset, as entrepreneurs. And then our parents, they don't understand and grasp the entrepreneurial spirit. You know, so I just wish there were classes where they could teach them how to grow and raise a child entrepreneur. You know, that's what we need in this world.
Of course.
Especially
in the Hispanic Latino community.
Yeah.
It's not talked about a lot.
No.
Yeah. It's more go to school, get your degree, and work hard, which that's great. That's a good route, but school is not for everyone. I know it. Unfortunately, it wasn't for me. That's unfortunate because I missed out on a lot of education, how to be self-taught, be a solopreneur, and it's not the route you want to go. Solopreneur is maybe one of the hardest things to do, and education is extremely important now.
Yeah.
You know, now my kid's 6 and 3, and the 6-year-old knows he has to go to school, college. Go, because you're going to learn something that someone who doesn't go to college is not going to learn, and you have an edge over them. Right. And of course, I agree with you.
Yeah, so much negativity, and like you and my cousins too, they would mogul, they'll just laugh, and it's like, oh man, it's not, it wasn't helping, you know. Instead of staying quiet and just being whatever, I want to be a mogul, okay, just let me be. But they were just
you?
Yeah, my some aunts and uncles, they see it, you know, they saw it from beginning, and they just like, oh yeah, wow, you're gonna be successful, and yeah, we see it, and oh my god, yeah, and then they would buy products and stuff like that, helping me. And then I would tell my mom, like, Mom, you see, they believe in my brand, but you don't. It's like they believe in me, and then she'd just, you know, be quiet and like, oh, okay, you know. And then I asked her a couple months ago, I asked her, like, when are you going to be proud of me?
Wow, I mean, that's yeah. I mean, I have no words for that. Yeah.
And she's like, when you get a decent job.
Wow.
I was like, wow, all right. Cool.
Even with your shirt and your brand out there, because there's people out there wearing your stuff, right? I mean, it hasn't blown up yet.
Right.
But I know you are.
Yeah.
Because I see that drive, that passion you have from all, you believe in yourself, and that's all we need.
Yeah.
As long as you believe in yourself, and if your mom or dad don't support you, then it's fine.
Yeah. My dad's a different story. Like, he sees it like, oh wow, okay, cool. Yeah, he gives me a little pointers here and there, like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, you should have this, a diamond, this, that. I'm like, yeah, all the jewelry and stuff, it's coming. You know, when we get to that point, it's coming. And so that's great. He's just quiet and more reserved.
He's letting you be.
Yeah. And I appreciate that very much. You know? So slowly, everything's turning, and like my family's believing me. Even like my cousin would ask my sister, like, oh, hey, how's Fernie doing? Like with his, and then my sister's like, with what?
Yeah.
And then my cousin's like, oh, with MOGLN. And then my sister's like, oh, I don't know, like, yeah, he's okay. And then
surviving.
She mentioned it to like our family and stuff. And then she's like, what do I tell her? Like, when people ask me how's my brand doing, like, what do I ask them? And I'm like, dude, just say something positive. Say anything. Like,
say it's great. Say it's outstanding.
Yeah.
People are buying it, you know?
Yeah. No, but it's great that Instagram, a lot of models like are requesting clothes.
Well, I see that your brand has at first it was more local, right?
Yeah.
And then now I see that it's kind of going nationwide.
Yeah.
Right?
Even like models are like, oh, like if you send me some clothes and hats, like I'll wear it on my next photo shoot. And I'm like, man, like, we gotta slowly it's coming. And another East Coast, like everywhere, you know, little groups here and there are requesting it. So I'm like, man, because entrepreneurs, if they see my brand, see my logo, they get it right away.
Of course,
you know?
mogul. I mean, a mogul is somebody who is on top of their game, and somebody who in their niche market, they're dominating it.
Yeah, exactly.
So take us to the infrastructure of MOGLN. You know, you got the patent, and like you said earlier, okay, I got the patent, great. Now reality hit, right? You're like, oh crap, I invested money, and more than money, which is more valuable, is time.
Yeah.
You know, what happens next? So how was that feeling once you had that, you know, and then you're like, okay, now I gotta really crank the gears a little bit. I mean, and take us to that journey. Because you have a partner, right? Somebody who helps you with how has she helped you in regards to staying focused, have your horse blinders on with MOGLN?
Yeah. She helped me by putting it all together, you know? Like, what's great for your viewers to really learn is that you have qualities yourself.
Mm-hmm.
that you might be good at 5 things, but the other 5 things that you're not good at that are very important to your business, you need to find a partner, find people, find resources that are good at those 5 things. So then you put 5 and 5 and you build the brand.
Of course.
So that's where she helped me build it and put it all together, and like the brand and labeling it. And our target market, we're going to be in small business expos all around the US. So our target community is entrepreneurs, not really like streetwise people or like the other competitors, big companies. They do great, but our target market is entrepreneurs,
the up and coming entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like because they see it right away, and they know how powerful it is, and if they wear it, and everybody wants to be a mogul, So
looking back at your entire journey from when you sold the catalogs, door to door, up until now, what's been the biggest lesson that you've learned?
Biggest lesson would be to just focus, work hard, and don't worry about what other people will say, and not even your own family. I mean, it's sad. It's very, very sad, but
it is. It's not sad in the sense that you're gonna cry and moan about it, but support is very important, especially from your family.
Yeah, exactly.
But I see that you're using that as a strength.
Yeah,
as a reason why you're gonna succeed.
Yeah,
instead of an excuse. Exactly. So, what advice can you give someone that is it's either a young entrepreneur viewer or somebody who's our age or even older that I'm a mogul, I want to be a mogul, but maybe doesn't hasn't found their inspiration, hasn't found their passion, or maybe isn't getting support from their family? What advice would you give that viewer?
Just to stay focused on, and just basically map out, find what you're good at, what you love, get a mentor, get someone that is already doing what you want to do in that industry or in that business, in that niche, and be their intern. If you could be their intern and learn from them because they're already successful.
Yeah.
Then I mean it's gonna take time and energy and money to be an intern, but you'll learn a ton of that industry, of that business. So, and then just build a brand. Build a brand, like something that's, you might think small, but you have so much potential. Each person has huge potential to grow whatever they want, So it's like, don't worry about the negative people, no family, friends, like just eliminate the negative people and just learn everything you can in that industry, in that business. And there are many online websites and even books too that you can learn that industry and just encompass everything and put all that energy into it and just create whatever you want to create in life.
Great. Yeah. Talking about books, what's the favorite book that you ever read?
The Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich,
that one's just so powerful, and everyone says you got to read that one. So.
You have a copy of that book already?
Yeah.
We're going to give you one.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you already have a copy of that book, which is great, now you can do everybody and all of us here at Entrepreneur Unplugged a good deed by giving that book away to somebody that it's going to help them. Because you already have a copy of it, right? So you don't want to have two.
Yeah.
Right? So do us a favor. Give somebody that book and let them know that book is going to help them.
Right.
On their journey. Just like that
definitely.
book has helped you in your journey.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
Great. Let's talk about mentors. Because I know you have mentors, right?
Yeah.
How has a mentor helped you in your career?
Everything that I learned, they've helped me, and they've just steered me towards the right direction. And it's very important. Even the successful people have mentors. They have coaches.
Of course, yeah.
Michael Jordan had a coach. Tiger Woods had a coach. Like Kobe, everybody. Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, all Les Brown, Tony Robbins. Everyone has coaches to be better. Even mentors as well. So it's like you need a mentor regardless. Do whatever you want. I mean, do whatever you need to do to have a mentor. The top 5 things entrepreneurs need to do: find a mentor.
Yeah. You have a great mentor that, my mentor, because I have a coach as well, but a coach to me is somebody that I'm able to talk about my business plans and helps me about my goals and whatnot. But a mentor helps me, my mindset, make sure that I'm at my best here so that I can perform at my best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I advise, Entrepreneur Nation who might not have a mentor or doesn't believe in mentors to go, get one, because they're going to give you perspective. They're going to help you develop the mindset for success, right?
Right.
So, last question. Where is MOGLN going to be within the next 5 years? Where do you see MOGLN? What's happening? What's next for MOGLN Clothing?
Wow. We're going to be just huge. We're going to have cufflinks. We're going to have tie clips. We're going to have jewelry. This is just a brand that's going to be huge. We're going to be the next FUBU. My partner said, you're going to be the next FUBU. Mm-hmm. I didn't really grasp that. I was like, no, is that possible? Can you really be the next FUBU? I was like, man, you know what? We're going to be the next FUBU and just build everything out. Shoes, I'm going to be designing stuff. I already have like many ideas and designs in my head that I need to just make happen. So we're going to be, partnering up with other entrepreneurs too, big entrepreneurs. We could even do partnerships with them. And then maybe later on, we're going to get bought out, by a big company and
do it again.
Yeah. Get that, sell it for 50 million, 100 million. I make 20 million.
That's those are big goals, and Entrepreneur Nation, it's hearing those goals, and I do wish that all that happens to you, Fern. I knew you before you were MOGLN, right?
Yeah.
You were a real estate agent, and to see you now, here with the brand that you've established, because most people just talk about it, and you're actually being about it. Yeah. So I do applaud you for that. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're almost at the end. Okay. And I'm going to ask you the last 3 questions. There's the unplug round, so you can't hold anything back. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could talk to Fernando Spindola in his early 20s, what advice would you give him?
I would tell him, finish your university, which I did finish, but finish it. I would tell him, work part-time. Work part-time, go to school part-time. Mm-hmm. Don't focus on women. Break up with your ex-girlfriend, with your girlfriend at the time. Save money. Learn about yourself and who you are, and help your family, help your loved ones as well. Mm-hmm. Go to church every Sunday, and with the money that you do make, invest it into little things. Even if it's $100 investment, $50 investment, $200 investment, like you're making money part-time, but you're also going to school, and you're focusing on your entrepreneurial creations that you're doing.
Journey.
Your journey. So great and answer. Then just stay focused and don't worry about anybody, what they say, and like you just focus on you and just move forward, and just because people are ahead of you in life. Everything is the game of life. Mm-hmm. Who has the most money, who has the best health, who has this, who has that. Like, it's a race to be successful. And it's like, you need to just stay on course and just work and focus and work hard. Like every minute that you have, you just work, make money, flip it. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't, party it up too much, or don't just stay focused on the big picture and little by little, just boom, grow it.
So stay focused, right?
Yeah.
Great. What are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for my grandparents.
Your grandparents?
Yeah, because they migrated the family from Mexico, and many family members, we're living great right here in LA. Amazing, great. California, great. But our grandparents struggled so much to migrate the family over here, and then a lot of people take that for granted.
I do.
And imagine the hard work. My grandfather used to work Monday through Saturday, every day, like hard work to just make that money. And just because he said, I want to bring them over here to LA. He had some families over here. He said, I want to bring them to LA. Mexico's, I mean, not the greatest country to raise a family in and to build a foundation.
Yeah.
So they knew LA life. California was the US. So I'm very, very grateful for my grandparents migrating, and then my other grandfather too. Just was a farmer and just working the fields and farming and just everything like that. So we take for granted what our grandparents did for us in migrating the family. Imagine if we were to migrate to another country
right now,
you know, to a better country, and it's like, dang, I can't even grasp that. How difficult that is.
I wonder if we could succeed as much as over there as they did here, right?
Right.
It might be hard for us.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Last question, Fern. How do you define Fernando Spindola?
Oh man, he's a crazy guy. He's a hard worker, determined, humble, the nicest person you'll meet. Very appreciative, very very emotional when he needs to be, and very like spiritual, and also, but if you cross him, like that's it. Like your word is very, very important to him. Like if you say something, that's what's wrong with the in the US too. Like us people, we just say something, but we don't really mean it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, it shouldn't be that way. I'm an old-fashioned guy. Like he's an old-fashioned guy where I have values, and my mindset is old-fashioned. As in, like, if you say something, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Do it.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, they're just say something but don't really mean it or go through with it. And it's like, I can't deal with people like that, especially in business. Like,
it happens a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like,
yeah, it's unfortunate. A lot of people are like that. I know a lot of people are like that. They just say things in spirit of the moment just to kind of
or even say something, but you know what, I forgot, my time, this, that, and it's like, come on, you can't make excuses. Like, imagine doing that to a successful multimillionaire, you know?
A mogul.
Yeah, a mogul.
It's not gonna happen.
No, you can't mess up.
Never
like
answer your phone
even
call
if you're late 1 minute, like, that's it. We don't do business
together. I think that's the mogul in you, right?
Yeah, and it's like, gosh, so much passion inside, and entrepreneurs have the same thing, and they just keep driving, you know? It's a lifestyle that, you know, we'll be successful soon.
Awesome. Well, you are.
Yeah.
Fernando, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
I know that MOGLN, your clothing brand, and what's to come for you is going to be amazing. I wish you all the success in the world. And like I always say, if our show here can help one Entrepreneur Nation, then all this was a success.
Yeah. And I want to say thanks a lot to you for putting all this together. I know camera people and editing and everything, it's a lot of hard work, but if you could touch one person, as you said, it's like powerful. It was all worth it.
That's what the show's about. It's everybody has a story to tell, Fernando. Everybody goes through struggles, goes through hardships. Each one of my guests is not better than the last or the next. They're all equally great. And the whole point of the show is to inspire one person at a time.
Yeah. It's hard work that everyone's doing, but it needs to be done. Like, that's it.
At the end of the day, it's follow your passion and follow your dream. And live life on your terms.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur Nation, success is a choice. On to the next one. Thank you.